Oh, good, I'm not muted. I thought I was. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You do not have to have your cameras on if you don't want to. I'm fine either way. Good to see you. I think it's morning where you are and it's afternoon where I am. I'm talking to you all from Georgia. Can you hear me? Perfect. Thank you, Chastity. Okay. For this one, I would like us to go through Nearpod. If you've never used Nearpod before, you get to see it from a student point of view today. And if we have time, if you're one, and I'm trying to remember who asked earlier. Forgive me if I mispronounce your name, Karandakar. I will try and show you how to make some Nearpods if you have an opportunity. To me, the worst thing about Nearpod is they've gotten rid of their free for teachers. So, all right, is everybody logged on using, and I'll put the link back in again. Yep, the link is in the chat again.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I am the moderator. Our last session went over a little bit, but I will be posting the session survey and the attendance link at the very end. But I'm Brittany, the moderator, and we have our beautiful presenter, Jennifer, today. So we'll just go ahead and get started whenever she wants to. We'll wait for people to join.
Perfect. Welcome, Brittany.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Making sure everything's going. So when you go into Nearpod, the link is in the chat box, the code is in the chat box. All it asks is for your name. If you want to give me a nickname, you're welcome. Give me a nickname. You know, I always had to tell my students that if they were giving me a nickname, it had to be school appropriate. And I would say things like, make it your favorite soft drink, or make it your favorite kind of cookie, or make it your favorite meal. Try and get, you know, I taught middle school and ninth graders. So try not to get those inappropriate login names. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'll put the link in one more time. All right, Robin, you got it? You are so welcome. Okay, we are doing Canvas and Nearpod today. The goal of this is to try and get you all to realize, no, we cannot see you, but that's okay. We are trying to show you how you can use Canvas and Nearpod together, whether as for asynchronous learning, for synchronous learning, for student pace, you know, however you need it in your classroom. That is the purpose of this training today. A little bit about me. My picture isn't showing up. That's okay. I am Jennifer Carpenter. You can call me Jen, Jennifer. I do have my doctorate degree from UGA. I spent over 30 years in education. I retired at the end of 2019 school year, not knowing the pandemic was coming. I have taught in elementary, middle, high, night high school, and alternative schools, mostly middle school, some not, and then ninth graders. And I was a county Canvas admin
building courses in the district office. So I've kind of done them all, wore many hats. Forgot I also was a long-term sub. I have used Canvas as a teacher, as an admin for over 10 years, almost 13 years now. So if I go too fast, please tell me, hey, can you let me go? You know, and then we'll be fine. Or can you slow down? I can do that. Our agenda is we're going to talk about some use cases, the educational benefits of Nearpod, and even if you need to install the LTI. Again, Nearpod's not free anymore, but if you've been using it and you have an account, fabulous. We are going to be talking about how to embed content, creating assignments, even adding the additional rubric as we need to. And then what you can see in SpeedGrader, and even what students can see. All right. So the question here is first hands-on activity. What are you hoping to get out of this session? What are your goals for this session? So as a student, you can put it in. There we go. Yes, Sonia, you're in there. You see who I see? The Meerpot, oh, we'll just put it back in the code. All right, can you type now? Since I did go through and hit the start. Yay! So we've got learn about Nearpod, excellent. What to be more comfortable. There, get in your names. So as a teacher is how I could go through and look at this, get a general idea. Oh, I am so glad that your students love Nearpod. So awesome. Notice how it just went right away. So I'm going to go back here. So if you've never used Nearpod, it is a platform for building interactive activities. It's very similar to building PowerPoint and Google Slides and the fact that you have your slides. It's different in the fact that you can actually add different activities. There's also a huge repository of resources that have been curated, okay, and you get a report in SpeedGrader form. So let me go over here, show you Nearpod. This is my folder. of different ones that I have come up with. If I wanted to create a new one, I could just make it how I want it to be. Notice if I create a lesson, I could add content and media. And I just click that one. But then when I click here, look, I can add any kind of activity that I might want to. I can add all of these simulations to help me out. I can even do these different activities. So there's many things within Nearpod that I can do. And the only way I did was I hit create. I can even upload, and this is what I have done with this lesson, is I had a PowerPoint and I just uploaded the slides one at a time to make this current Nearpod lesson. So it's real cool and real easy. Okay, Nearpod, you can obviously have draw it. There's a whole lot more now than they used to be. Matching pairs, drag and drop. You can do virtual field trips. I like PhET as a science teacher. If you don't know what PhET is, it is simulated labs for science. And it's a great thing to do. You can embed those easily into Nearpods. You can even have open-ended questions and polls for the students. So you've got a lot of flexibility within Nearpod. The board that we just did was, let me go back. I'm going to switch screens, guys. So I'm going back into Nearpod. When I started to, and I hit create, when I click on add content and activities, I went to activities and I had a poll. There's the open-ended question. I click on it and it will ask me what I want to say. And then I can even add the timer up here to it. Notice that there's now, I can enable students to do recordings with it. So that makes it great if you have students who struggle with writing or even the English language, you can accommodate them. Okay, so going back here to my slides. It is great for, Nearpod, you can share it. So let's say Chastity makes her own Nearpod. She loves it. She wants to send it to Robin. You can easily do that. So I'm going back. Let me get back to my homepage of Nearpod. Because the cool thing is every time you have a, all of my folders here, is I get these 3 dots and I could click on it and notice share with teachers. And I can either send it as an email, social, link, embed it, which is how we do it in Canvas, I'll show you later, or send it like a remind. And notice you have 2 different links you can share, whether a preview link or an editable link. So you've got those ideas. You've got those wonderful things. Did you notice you could upload Google Slides, PowerPoints? I know I told you I uploaded my PowerPoints. You could upload Google if that's what you've been using and you're used to it. You can check for understanding. You can get it along the way. All right, first thing we're going to talk about, well, nope, I thought we were. What are the educational benefits of Nearpod? You engage the students. I forget who it was over here that said their students are always saying, can we do Nearpod? Can we do Nearpod? The caveat is if you use it all the time, they'll get tired of it. But throwing it in once a unit is wonderful. You get visibility to on and off task behavior, because I hope you saw when I had, we had that activity, I had the student teacher button across the top, so I could do as I wanted to. It gives all students the opportunity to participate, give their own feedback, and you can see in real time where they're struggling or what they don't understand along the way. You can provide immediate feedback. Again, you can do synchronously or asynchronously because you even have the option for student-paced activities. And it allows for that accountability if you let students do it on their own. I know in middle school and high school especially, there are certain classes, especially your vocational classes that, and right now I'm thinking of high school shop. The high school shop teacher where I last worked said he had to do online activities with his kids to talk about the safety of the different equipment before they could actually work on the equipment. And Nearpod would have been a great thing so he could see exactly where they were along the way. He did use Canvas, but he probably, I don't know if he would have had more success with Nearpod or not. I may have to ask him that. Okay, why Nearpod? It was an official Canvas partner. As you can see, the link that I gave you talked to us about our partner. You can have school and district account accreditation. I have to change this one. Integration to your Canvas is free, but you it's now no longer free platform. Darn, but it's still really, really good. So I still love Nearpod. I use it all the time. Okay, Nearpod does integrate with Canvas very, very well, very, very easily. It's got the gradebook integration. You have access to thousands of already lessons that are already there. Easy to search around. In fact, let me go over here to Meerpot, show you how easy it is to search. So I could join a code, or here's a Nearpod library. Let's say I want to do adding decimals. And there are all of these different levels for adding decimals that are already there for you, that you don't have to change. And it keeps going on. So I could say, okay, I want 5th grade rounding decimals. So it narrows it down even more. And there's time climb you were talking about. So perfect. All right, so I am going to start this one, and just to let you ask, okay, do you have Nearpod or not? Do you have a free account? Are you a root admin? You know, yes, it's installed. No, it's not installed. By the way, I'm going to point this out. Is it notice all I'm doing is clicking this button up here, going back and forth from teacher to student. It won't let you choose. I don't know why it won't let me let you choose. Oh, now it will. Awesome. So it was the share right there that was the problem with that one. 50, 40, 90, excellent. So we have 10 with no answers, and that's okay. Okay, and that's great. So a lot of you already have it. Awesome. And then D was, no, you have not installed it. Perfect. Because the next step will be adding the app within Canvas. Okay, so the first thing is you would need to go to nearpod.com if you have an account and create an account or set up your account. I have an account and I log on each time. There's Nevada. So once you're here, once you know your idea or you've got your account, I'm going to go into my one of my courses now. So I'm going into Canvas. I would go into settings. So I'm in the course, I'm into settings. Over across the top where it says apps, I would click on apps and I'd start typing in Nearpod. Oh, good, it's already installed. And there it is. So for me, it's already installed. If it's not installed, you still just type in Meerpot. Okay. When it says to add the app and it wants your consumer key, that is going back here. I've got to go back. Well, the account is still active, so I don't know why it's telling you that that link is not active. I'm glad you all are working with this with me, so I appreciate that. Okay, so while I'm in here, there it is. Integrating with other platforms, NearPod and Canvas. And then there's all the steps that you need to know, including finding your account and all that other stuff. So I'll put this link in for you all. If you have not added it in, it is there with all of the lessons. Those I'm going through. And I will go through there. I'm just oh, perfect. They've made it so much easier. There it is. Sorry, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's moved any, but there's the code where it says generate consumer key. Here's your consumer key. You would copy it, come back into Canvas, paste it there, come back to Nearpod, copy your shared secret, come back to Canvas, paste it there, you would hit add app. Since it's already added on my Canvas, I'm going to close it. But the last link I just put into the chat box is where you get to get your secret key so that you can generate it and put it into your Canvas. Okay, so those steps one more time. We're logged into Canvas. We went to settings. We went to app, installed Nearpod, or hit click that app. We went up here to Nearpod and we generated this consumer key, then copied and pasted it. Okay. I am sorry it's taking time for you. Okay. This is being recorded so that you will be able to have access to it later on if you need this. I gave you also the other link for how to find out in case, you know, I went too fast or you got a little bit confused. It happens. So please know it's all going to be there for you. We ready to move on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. I see the head bobs, the thumbs up. Awesome. I want to make sure you have plenty of time because now we're going to have fun exploring. Brittany, how are they going to get the link to the recording?
I think that you're going to have to send the link to Janie and then Janie will send out.
Okay.
But I can double check. I'm not exactly sure. So
if I remember correctly, on the Learning Summit page, there's a recording link. So if they came through here, they would be able to get that recording link.
okay, so through that.
We close.
Perfect.
Schedule. Yes. Where it is, it will be right down here where it says recording link. I'm so glad you asked that question.
Then it'll be down at the
Breakout session number 2. Yes, there it is.
yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. We're all on the same page. So creating an assignment. We are here. We've signed up. They no longer say sign up for free, but they do say you can start exploring for free now. Okay, so I'm going into Nearpod. I will give you about 2 or 3 minutes, depending upon our time. Yep. To actually go, once you've logged on, you've created an account, you would hit create. Notice you could do a video, you could do just an activity or a lesson. Add content, notice you can bring over slides, you can have a vocabulary video. Again, I was one of those that loved PhET simulations. I still do. Maybe I want them to build a fraction. So I'm going to hit done. And it's already in there. Then it would ask me to add a new slide, and that's where I could put some activities. So maybe drop an open-ended question. And what did you learn with this simulation? There we go. I'm going to add my timer. Give the students, let's say, 8 minutes. Add it. And then I hit save. When I'm finished, it could be easy as that. I can save and exit. Change my timing. It says untitled lesson. So this is FET adding. I'm going to leave it FET adding. Building a fraction. And then I save and exit. And I have just built a Nearpod activity. I can add as many different slides as I need to. I did not put any dates or age levels, but I could do that as well. So I am going to give you about 2 minutes. Okay, that's a different one, to try and build something. Oh no. I'm so sad that your Meerpot is not working. All right, just keep taking notes. All right, perfect. Denise, within the course, go down to settings. Once you click settings, across the top are 5 folders. You would hit apps, and then where it says filter by name, typing Nearpod. If it's already installed, you're good to go. If you're not, you would have to add the app. And then again, this link will help you get that consumer key you need to put into Canvas. How are we doing? Are we ready to move on? I got a head shake. I got a thumbs up. Got a yes. Perfect. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. All right, now, how in the world are we going to put Nearpod in our course? Maybe we want to do it as within a page, because we want the students to go through it.
maybe we're having to teach digitally again, so we want them to actually go through it as notes on the page. Going into Nearpod. Let's see. Bumper course. Click on the 3 dots up here. Notice they only appear when I scroll over the names. So scroll over it, hit the 3 dots, go down to share with teachers. Then I'm going to get the embed. And this is one thing I love about Meerpot is you can tell it whether you want to be a small width, medium, or large. So I'm going to hit a large, and then I'm going to hit copy. Then I'm going to go back into my Canvas. Again, I want this in a page, so it's going to be like notes. I want the students to go with it, go through it with me. View all pages. So I'm going to add a page. I'm just toggling in Nearpod for now. And once it's here, you can add directions like go through these notes. You can just let it go. But all the way over here on the far end of our rich content editor, you see the cloud. You click on the cloud, you click in this area where it says embed code. I hit Control V so I can paste it. I submit it. Okay, when I save it, here is this Nearpod here for the students to do. The other cool thing that I can do let's do that one first. Let's do that one more time because I'm trying to get ahead of myself and see I'm so excited. So we go back to Nearpod. We click on any one we want. Gas laws even. Share with teachers. We're going to hit embed. Pick a size. Copy. Go back into Canvas. Edit our page. There, I'm going to hit enter. Then I go back. Because I have zoomed into the screen, I don't see my embed, but I do see these 3 dots. So I click on the 3 dots and there's my cloud. So I click on the cloud, click here and get the blue banner. I hit Control V and I submit. And here is the medium, excuse me, the top one is large, the bottom is medium sized. That's just putting it on a page. If I remember correctly from that one, you would actually have to go into Nearpod to get your report of how they have been, your students have been doing. But if you want it in SpeedGrader, you make it an assignment. Let me give you about 2 or 3 minutes if you want to practice with the embed and putting it in a page using your rich content editor or your RCE. Remember, you're looking for the cloud in your RCE. It could allow you to have it as a standalone module. It could allow you to have it as like a notes page where you're getting some feedback from the students as you're going along with it. It allows them to, students, if they're out, they could go through it on their own and look at it without it having, or the students can go through it on their own without having to have the code or whatever. Sheila, you would still have to build the whole thing in Nearpod if you needed to put it in as its own course. So I'm not sure I would recommend that. Besides, I can guarantee your students would get tired if this was the only thing they did every day. Nearpod, 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 Nearpod. I realize that you all are new to Canvas, so it's wonderful. I'm glad you're ready to learn. Oh, good. So I'm glad you're here to learn and get new. I love Canvas because of its consistency. And once you learn something like this rich content editor, it happens, I mean, it's there all the time. You use the same rich content editor for everything. Okay, now we are going to make Meerpot an assignment. Are you ready? Okay, because maybe it's something very important. Something comes up and you are really sick and you have to come up with a sub plan. You're like, oh, what do I do? Hey, I've got a Nearpod made. Let me put it out there. I'll tell the substitute that the teacher, the students are supposed to be doing this. They can get into Canvas and they can get it done. All right, so let's go into assignments. I'm going to open up my pages again. So I'm going to click on assignments. I want to add an assignment. Again, I give it a name. Meerpot. Complete the Meerpot assignment and all activities within it. And if I misspelled, I apologize. Okay. I could even go on and embed it right here like we did. But if I want to go through SpeedGrader so I can look and see exactly what students did and how they did it, I would come down here to where it says submission type. Obviously, with your students, you're going to have to give them some points for it, because otherwise, if you get 0 points, they're not going to do it. But down here where it says submission type, you're going to click external tool. And then once you've clicked external tool on your submission type, you're going to hit find. And then here's Nearpod. So I click on Nearpod. Okay. And I would be able to see everything here. Okay, there we go. So I would pick whichever activity I wanted. I could hit student paste. I can go on the bottom, there's a URL. I can say load in a new tab if I want to, either way, but I hit select. Give my due date, and then make sure I hit save and publish.
And there's my lesson for my student to do individually. All right, those steps one more time. I'm going to edit my icon. I gave it a title, gave directions right here. When I came down here to the bottom where it said submission type, I hit external tool. Whether you click this button is your own choice, whether you want to open in a new tab or not. If you have higher level kids and they know how to go from tab to tab, then that's not a big deal. If you have lower level kids who are new to computers, you may not want it to open in a new tab. But then I hit find. I went into Nearpod because it's already put in there as an external tool. First time I had to link to it, and then I just picked the one I wanted. I think this was one I did. And I hit student paste because the students will do it on their own. And here's the difference between having it open in a new tab and not. When I went in and changed it, I said it did not have to open in a new tab. So that's a big difference there. That is possible. If your school's license has expired, that is possible. Okay, let me give you a couple. Oh, look, I'm no longer joined in. Okay, let me give you a couple of minutes if you want. We did that one, creating a Nearpod assignment. Remember, we used that external tool, found it, and then used what we wanted to. We did a student paste. Let me give you a minute or two.
So hi, this is Mrs. Karandikar. So I just noticed that happened like right now. The near part in my canvas is not working, but when I go to nearpod.com, I can see my canvas. Like not canvas. I'm sorry. I can see my previously used assignments in my library. So I don't know what's happening.
Have you been able to link your Canvas and Nearpod together?
Yes, it was linked and I was using it in my class. Lately I did not use Nearpod. Maybe in last more than last 2 months. I think we used once in January, and after that we didn't use it. So I don't know what happened between that time and now. It's in Canvas. It's not working.
Okay, what I would recommend is you go to my all-time favorite link in Canvas. And that is down here where it says help. You click on help, and then either you can click troubleshooting or report a problem. And you could send this one. The cool thing is how is it affecting, you know, you can say casual comment, whatever. If it is, I love this one, extreme critical emergency, then they will get back to you right away. And you do have a Canvas support hotline that you can call them and ask them what's going on. Perfect. And ladies and gentlemen, I know it's because I was at helping her, but this truly is my favorite button of Canvas. I search the Canvas guides quite often, even as much as I love Meerpot, even though I've been using it for 13 years. I do go to the Canvas guides because Canvas changes constantly, especially after the pandemic came around. They changed constantly. We now have bought new companies. So go to search the Canvas guides. It's updated all the time. It can show you step by steps what to do. All right, so we've had a chance to make a Canvas assignment. Okay, perfect. Now, this is what it would look like in your grade book in SpeedGrader. Should have access to it. Nope, they've taken it off. But let me get out of here, sorry. Right here, it tells you your students' names. It tells you how they did. You can scroll down and see your other students and what's going on. You can click. Perfect. So you can see what's going on within your own Canvas. There are this one course, Nearpod Certified Educator course within the Canvas Commons. It's a whole course. There's Nearpod blogs. Since we're running out of time and Brittany has put the links in the chat box for you, just know best practices are to use rubrics with students and feedback. The way to do that is when you're in your assignment, go to assignments, click on Nearpod. You have to, the first thing you have to do is you have to do something like a no submission. You save it. You get your rubric here and you add it, and then you would go back in and make it external tool. Okay, so that goes for any of your external tools. You make it as like a no submission assignment, save it, add your rubric, then go back in and change this to external tool and find what you need it to. All right. You all, I hope I've answered your questions. I know it is time for you to go. Thank you so very much for being here. If you have time, go on and get this, share your thoughts. If not, you all have a wonderful, wonderful school year, and we will see you later. Room 5, session 2.
Yes, thank you, Jennifer. Very
Thank
helpful
you.
information.
And I'll stick around a little bit longer if you have any other questions. I'll go back.
If anyone has questions about the surveys, just let me know. Just make sure to complete them because we haven't had people completing them. So it's the most. Yeah.
Well, while I'm here, those of you who are still in here, I am putting a link to a document that has some resources you might be able to use with Meerpot. Okay, click on it, print it, bookmark it, whatever you need. If I can get this one in. So I'm putting a survey link into the chat box for those of you, if you have time. This is for me. It does not go to Nevada. This one is for me. I do use it to see how I can improve. If you have time, it shouldn't take you long, only about 2 or 3 minutes. You would have to look under other and then you'll find my name. But thank you so very much. I hope you learned something. I hope you had a great time.
Hopefully, let's see. I think the next session will be starting soon. So I'm gonna hop off.
I'm gonna go on and end it. Have a great day. Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Bye-bye.